So let's talk about Lost Boys, The Tribe. Now, this first came out, I hadn't seen every time. I hadn't seen the first one or anything, and so I bought both DVDs separately and watched them, and I really enjoyed the first one, and I watched this one. I should think I may have watched this one before the other one, but I just So, these two siblings in here, Chris and Nicole, their last name is Emerson, and their parents just died, and Gabrielle Rose plays their aunt. Now, are they supposed to be like cousins of Sam and Michael, or are they like Michael's children, and the parents were Michael and... the parents were killed. Michael and Star were the children. I don't know, but in the third one, they mentioned Michael and Star, so I don't think that's the fact. Unless they're completely ignoring this one, but like, I don't know. Tad Hogenbrink and Anna Reeser are good in this. Corey Feldman is great in this. My favorite line in this from Corey Feldman is, "Who ordered the steak?" But Angus Sutherland, the half-brother of Kiefer Sutherland from the first film, is not related to David from the first film at all. His acting is, That's all I can say of that. What's the story? The story is the two siblings, after losing their parents, have moved to a place in California where Shane, that's Angus Sutherland's character, and his group of vampires are, around. Tom Savini has a cameo at the beginning of this, and they killed Tom Savini, and that sucks. Did he do any effects in this? Or is it just... He just had a... Because the effects in this are pretty good, but I don't know if it doesn't say... I don't know if he did any effects or if he was just a cameo, but... I don't know. Too bad they killed him. I saw them. Is that Tom Savini? So I had to look it up. Yeah, it's him. It's him. But, so, yeah, like I said, the story is around these two siblings, and Nicole is seduced by Shane, and she ends up drinking Shane's blood to become, a interim vampire, whatever you call it. So, it's up to Chris and Edgar, Corey Feldman, to take care of this. And Chris infiltrates the group, becoming his own interim vampire to stop them. Eventually they do kill, I remember, except Shane, at least showdown, and Shane is killed and they're turned back to normal and all that stuff. Edgar does mention that he lost a sibling to vampires, and that carries on into the third film when we find out what happened. It doesn't exactly match, like the puzzles don't exactly fit. You know what I mean? But so it works. One thing that confused me if you've ever seen the series of Two Corys, which I Corey Feldman and Corey Haim, and Corey's then wife Susie Feldman, Susie Sprague, whatever her name is now, but they were talking about, they called it The Lost Boys 2, they were both going to be in it, like they were like full cast members or whatever, but Corey Haim only has a cameo at the end, and I know they had problems on the show. I didn't watch the entire show, I just watched part of it. I know they were talking about The Lost Boys 2, and then they wanted to get that going, but then we got this, and Corey Feldman's in it most of the movie. Corey Haim has a cameo in a post-credit scene of sorts, or mid-credit scene, whatever, where the two of them are face to face in the woods, and Corey Haim is definitely a vampire, and they run towards each other, and then you find out what happened in the third film. Corey Haim died shortly after this. When this came out, 2009, so it's close. 2010, so yeah, the same year. No, 2009. So close. 2008. 2008. So he died sometime afterwards, but it's just the fact that there's only that cameo. And I guess they had a little bit. There was more because there's a deleted scene where, and there's two different variations of this deleted ending, where after the battle, Corey Feldman is cleaning up, and Haim shows up. The first one, he's normal, not a vampire, nothing. He's fine, but he says that Alan, Edgar's brother, is coming for him, and it shows that Alan is now a vampire with this female vampire next to him. And then there's the same scene, it's a little bit extended. In this version, Haim is wearing sunglasses, and he shows that he has bite marks on his neck, so he is a vampire, and it's to be assumed that it was Alan that turned him. And although when he says I lost a brother in this, I never could know he was talking about Alan or he was talking about Sam, because it's hard to figure out, you know how close the Coreys were in real life, if that's what he put in there because they had problems. I don't know. But, it's a decent film, but I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10 because I really never cared for this one. The effects are great. Again, every time a vampire is staked, although I don't remember them saying specifically in the first one, but in this one, Corey Feldman says that wooden stakes are just a myth, and you can use anything sharp to get rid of a vampire. They only used wood in the first one, if I can remember correctly, so I don't know if that, I'm a continuity whore, so. But yeah, 6 out of 10 for me. I never really cared for it. It's a decent film, but I never really cared for it. So what are your thoughts on Lost Boys: The Tribe? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, love, peace, and chicken grease.